The topic of my presentation is vision reconstruction. I have chosen this theme because I've always been fascinated with the human brain. It's still uncharted territory for the most part, but we solve more and more mysteries with each passing day, and the possibilities we can achieve with this knowledge are endless. Mind reading, for example, is one of those possibilities. Try to imagine watching someone's dream on YouTube or tapping straight into the mind of a coma patient. It might seem like I'm talking about science fiction, but actually it slowly becomes a reality. Researchers from the University of California are bringing these futuristic scenarios within our reach. Using functional magnetic resonance imaging, I'll refer to it as MRI from now on, and computational models, they were able to decode and store visual dynamic experiences. In this case, watching Hollywood movie trailers. I'll give you a simple outline of the experiment. First, they recorded brain activity of subjects while watching several hours of movie trailers. Then, they built dictionaries to translate between the shapes, motion, and edges in the recorded activity and clips. A separate dictionary was constructed for each of several thousand points in the brain at which activity was measured. Then, they recorded brain activity on a new set of clips to test the quality of reconstructions and dictionaries. And finally, they created a library of about 18 million seconds of random video from YouTube. Put those through dictionaries to generate predictions of brain activity. 100 clips with the activity most similar to the recorded was then chosen and averaged together to create a reconstruction. And here you can see the result. The original image is on the left. On the right you can see the reconstruction. It was created from the brain activity. You can see that the reconstruction is very blurry and vague. Decoding performance heavily depends on the quality of brain activity measurements. MRI, as I said earlier, was used in this experiment, but it does not actually measure the activity of neurons. Instead, it measures blood flow. And even though many studies have shown that blood flow signals are generally correlated with neural activity, still a lot of information is lost when using this technique. The results are also quite variable from trial to trial, so those both factors limit the amount of information that can be restored. I should also note that vision reconstruction has already been done before, so why is this particular study so interesting? Well, previous studies have shown that it is possible to reconstruct static visual experiences, but this is the first study to produce reconstruction of dynamic visual patterns. As we move through the world or watch a movie, a dynamic, ever-changing pattern of activity is evoked in our brain. The goal of vision reconstruction is to use this activity to recreate the movie. This is a critical step toward obtaining internal imagery such as dreams, memory, and so on. Here you can see the reconstruction process in more details. Each row represents a different subject. There were 3 of them, as you can see. Clips on the right were chosen according to their brain activity. Then they were averaged to create the reconstruction, which you can see on the left. As you can see, even though there were 3 different subjects and different clips were chosen for each one of them, the result looks almost the same. Well, it looks impressive and sounds good, but are there any applications to this research? Yes, in fact, there are plenty. First of all, it could be used to aid in diagnosis of certain diseases, such as dementia. Secondly, it could be used to assess the effects of therapeutic interventions. Furthermore, it could be used to delve into the mind of stroke patients and coma victims. And this is pretty exciting. It could be used to create brain-machine interface. Imagine a prosthetic arm that could be controlled just like a normal biological one. And finally, it could be used to decode and store our dreams and memory. Haven't you ever wanted to record and store your own dream? Well, we are still far from any of these applications, but I believe that one day this research can lead to all of this and we can have the future that we see in science fiction. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
What properties of human's brain makes the mind reading possible?
It's the activity of neurons. As I have said, the MRI was used in this experiment and it does not measure the activity of neurons. That's why the results were pretty blurry and vague. Yes, any more questions?
Yes. Is it possible to create a combination of human body and machine?
Yes, that's what brain-machine interface stands for. We used to control the machines with your brain, just like a normal body. That's why I find it so exciting. Yes.
So the brain works only on 3% of the possibility. Do you mind how much percent are needed in the brain to be able to use, for example, telepathy or telekinesis?
Well, we don't even know if telepathy or telekinesis are possible, so it's hard to tell right now. Any more? Yes.
Can this device be used on animal brain?
Yes, I think it just uses the information that it gets from the brain and analyzes it. But I think it's not as exciting as human brain.
How can the people make the right future more, for example, high quality?
High quality, yes. It depends on the measurement method that was used. If we will find a method to measure the neural activity directly, then we will have a high resolution picture that we see, that we dream. Yes, but nowadays we are limited to MRIs, so that's all we can get now. Any more questions?
And which world research centers are the leaders in this field of research?
Yes, I have already said this research was conducted in the University of California.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so they are pretty strong in this field. And I don't...
And do you know anything about the research or pretty close research to the field being done here at the faculty at one of the departments? Probably theoretical research or just...
I don't know, but I think some of them are connected. For example, computational models were used in this one, and I'm 100% sure that they are studied there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Could you predict how much time will it take us to create such technology for wide usage?
It's hard to say for sure, but the technology is evolving pretty fast. So I would say about a decade or so. Any more questions?
Do you believe that with the flow of time, any image can be reconstructed which exactly corresponds to what I have in my brain, which is the exact copy of my
Yeah, that is the main goal of this study of the vision reconstruction as a whole. But it is limited to the measurement methods.
And what's your own idea? Is it really possible?
Yes, I think it is really possible. If we were able to decode the images using only the blood flow signals, if we will ever find a way to measure the activity of neurons, then I think we will be able to get the pretty high resolution pictures of what we have in our minds.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Yes,
I understood that brain can be used like a black box in the plane, yes? And the researches were made with the living brain.
Yes, of course.
And in the future, can people make researches for example, with the dead brain to make the lost features?
No, I don't think so, because they measure the activity of neurons, as you may guess the dead body has got any activity.
Okay, you have mentioned the fields of application, certainly for therapy, for therapies, different therapies.
Yes.
Yeah, people with different.
Also use the technology.
Yeah, but don't you think that this could be used by different, intelligence services, secret services, for the kind of purposes to read what is on the mind and to get the state secrets or something like that?
Or even criminals.
Criminals. If it becomes widely used and, affordable and available.
To be honest, I doubt that it will happen because right now they need to use MRI. MRI is a big thing that needs a whole room.
Only big polyclinics and hospitals have them at the moment, right?
So I don't think that any criminal will be able to use it.
A computer also used to be a big machine
Yes,
occupying
that's
the
why I
whole.
think that.
But if this becomes portable, small size, who knows? We never know.
Yes. That's quite a possibility. Maybe we will have to defend our brain in the future. It all can happen. Any more questions? Yes.
Can the simple man to implant some device and take piece of his brain in some computer or TV?
Well, I think it's more the topic of the first speaker of today about biosensors because this doesn't require any implantations in the brain.
I mean online vision.
As I have said, it isn't measures the brain activity. As you see something, as you see, they need to take these measurements and then they will make the brain, the reconstruction of what you saw or dreamed.
This technology is a key to creation of biocomputer, isn't it?
Yes, I think so. It is really exciting, I think.
And do you want to use such a technology?
Yes, of course. I always wanted to record my dreams.
Do you so use it?
Yes, I would like to show them.